So guys, I feel like I've been out of touch for a little while, and I came in and I looked at YouTube Studio and I couldn't damn well believe it. We're about to come up to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, and I'm absolutely mind blown. I know that some of you guys that have been following me for some time, there's an enormous amount of love and energy that goes in. So today is not scripted, there is no tag, there is no through line. This is a celebration of living, of love, of being on a journey together, and most of all, just to say thank you. And I'll show you what I'm up to as the course of the day goes on. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's to life, here's to going forward, here's to getting through all the blocks along the way. We're coming out on the other side, man. Let's go. I know a lot of you guys also have your channels. Yeah, consistency, they all go on about how it's king, but it's not the only thing. It's like we have to remember the living itself. And for me, the thing that I've sort of sometimes struggled with YouTube and output is that you can kind of exchange a part of the fun and the joy and the process because you're trying to get better, you're getting obsessive, you're trying to be tactical, you're trying to do this so that happens. And the thing is I think YouTube is the greatest joy when it's not doing this for that, but it's saying, no, I'm committed to that. I really want to give what it is I feel and the way that I'm in life. And to have that type of exchange, because I think in my case, how I feel, maybe it's the same for you, is that when you do that and you feel that's growth, that's when you start growing you start going on a journey with people, and they start noticing that growth and feeling it. You can feel that joy, you can feel that fun. And rather than it always being this expedience of trying to do this in order to get that, which I think at the end of the day exhausts you because you're never truly in your fundamental motivation and desire and love and expression and interaction with the world. It becomes about experience, it becomes about something on the outside, it becomes because you're chasing this treasure at the end of the rainbow that never quite comes. I would have given up so long ago if it was all about that treasure. But nonetheless, along the way, you have that frustration because you want something. All of us doing YouTube, we want something. It's so easy to get hooked onto that. But I think the reason why I've been able to keep going is because I do, at the bottom, we have that love. But recently I needed to have this break and to have this cutoff point so that I could just remember, nothing needs to be perfect. Nothing needs to be overdone. It's like, are you having fun within the process of your life? And the reality is you're living it. And I think if you're doing that, I think people feel that. And I think that is far more important than any growth tactics or any trying to do this for that. Live your potential, share your journey, express who you are, be who you are, dare to have the courage to be who you are without all the facilitation, all these outside tools. And I believe that is what the world is missing and what the world will want to see more of, especially with this strange world of the machines. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe I'm the only one that feels it, but I don't want to live in an over-formulated world or world where everything is trying to blend itself through AI and trying to become perfected. When I started this channel, it was all about No, that's not true. I started this channel as a musician.
That's fucking brilliant!
I started this channel as somewhere where I could put my music, and that was fun and cool, but it was just putting up the videos. But as it's changed, as we reached this point, there's something entirely different has evolved. And when I rebooted this channel at the beginning of last year, so we're a year and a half into this version, if you like, I just realized I wanted to show the process. I wanted to share with you guys, with the world, the thoughts and the obstacles, the breakthroughs, everything to do with what the reality of the creative process was like. Okay, so as a result of, ways they like to consume stuff. Some like to read, some like audio, some like to view. So there we are. Right, we're going to get started, or we're going to keep on chattering nonsense into the void. Okay, so getting down to the business of getting the audio there. Oh dear. And put back into Premiere so that we can get the... How do you construct a relationship with the world where your truest potential is alive and singing and able to come out of you, and that you get down daily to the business of making stuff? And of course, when you start trying to sort of share that, you come across the peaks and the troughs and all the difficulties that a human being goes through on the journey of getting involved with their creative life and what they're trying to say. What is your message? What is it that you want to put out in the world? And increasingly nowadays, it's all like value, value, value. You've got to go out at YouTube, all about giving value. You've got to solve problems. I don't give a damn about any of that. But what I really love and enjoy is to be in conversation with the world, to expose maybe some of those sort of broken corners or the lost past, the ways that I experience reality directly, because I feel that that's the experience of my life. And when I go online, I don't want everything to be solved. I want to communicate, to commune, to have a sense that someone else gets it in some way, the path I'm on. If that's too abstract, well, that's absolutely fine, because all I know is that I don't want to lose that capacity, that spot, that connection of really being with the world in its entirety and as closely as possible. I will not be broken off by AI or by being strategic or formulaic or driving the points I want to make in order always to get something back from it. There has to be a different way of doing it. And if that means that you're stuck forever on some dark how to post on the internet, then so be it. You've got to put your flag down on the island that you'll wash up upon and then work out who you are as the storm comes in. Having on this journey, I'm trying to express and be real about the mistakes I make, the blocks that I come across, and I don't know, I just sort of want to salvage that capacity, that longing that we have as humans to try to over-perfect ourselves. It's like, why would you trade your thoughts and process everything in order to try to get to a perfected version of yourself when you could be yourself as you are? And that's what I believe that this channel is more and more becoming. It's about the courage to reject something in the world, sure, to use it to participate. I'm talking about AI, I'm talking about this need on social media to always put out this idealized form of oneself. It's like, come on. It's like, it can be other than that. You can be other than that. And I'm very concerned about the transplanting of the ways that we become ourselves by processing everything through AI. There is a cost to that. There is something that you're giving away inside yourself when you overcommit to using something outside yourself to always upgrade yourself. The upgrade comes most of all when the neuron in your mind bursts through into a new place and there's a breakthrough, and then you want to create something, and then you get down the guitar or at your typewriter or at your computer or the illustration and you create it. And you take the time that it takes and you go through this process, and it includes the ups and downs, it includes the dead ends, it includes, all of that stuff becomes the very thing that makes us. And we start trading off all of that stuff, then what is it that you're becoming at all? You're just becoming a replica or a simulacrum of something that you might be potentially an idealized version, but you are not that thing. You're physically, I think, not creating the person within yourself that you're trying to express on the outside. And I think that's something to be really, really aware of. One of the things that I try to do on this channel is I try to put forward a positive mental attitude to life, to encourage others that despite whatever is happening, despite how life is coming down on you, or what you're finding on the outside or even on the inside, all of it, both of them, how do you find that place beyond the outside world, beyond the outcomes? How do you find that space inside yourself, in that living potential that is yours and yours alone? How do you tap into that so that you can have not just that fortitude of character, but also that nimbleness of spirit to keep making your play at life, to keep saying, right, as Herman Hesse said, you've got the million pieces of life's game in your pocket, and you take one out and you determine that you're going to play a new hand at the game. And we can do that every day, bring that spirit of renewal, of that sense that there is something out there for us, that we have a potential that is as of yet only partially expressed. We can move deeper into that energy, that synergy with life, with things, that then if we just have that courage, that faith, that belief that there is other good stuff out there for us,
in our lives, in our story, in our adventure. So keep adventuring, keep believing, because there is good stuff out there for you. For me, it's like part of my journey on YouTube since I started committing to it. It's just to always try to re-gravitate to the gravity of my own values, of why I'm doing this, why I want to do this. And I can feel it when I'm animated on the inside and it's feeling alive. Something is being discovered, there's a breakthrough, there's something that I'm keen to share, and I feel within the excitement of that creative process. So if you have a YouTube channel, just always center yourself back to your goals, to the why behind you doing whatever you're doing, because you just feel it. And I'm not saying that sometimes you don't have to grind. I'm not saying that sometimes it isn't just hard work, of course it is. But you have to stay true to that center. Okay, so it's been some really long days again. It gets so long. I wanted to reflect on what's next here on this channel and some lessons I've learned. In terms of the past, I've been on the channel for a very long time, but it's probably been the last sort of year and 3/4 that I started leaning into it, and I've loved it, but it's also been hard because we all want outcomes nowadays, and we all expect that there's going to be that moment where stuff sort of triggers through. And the reality is that YouTube is challenging because we all know what it's like. You put so much love and energy and effort and you get 130 views, and it's like, man, you know, you think about your age, God, should I be really putting all this time into it at this age? And yet there is something that if you love making videos and you love to share, it's an amazing opportunity. Can you believe that us in this day and age, we have the opportunity to have our own little TV station, our own little channel, and to communicate with the world? I mean, that is just, we can never forget what a blessing that is, what a democratization of media. And I know that there's so much division and polarity, and a lot has divided itself, but I'm not interested in that. I've gone in deep into the dungeon of the world, and at this point, I want to commit to healing, to love, to finding the way that I can connect better, can share. Sure, when there's something hard and you got to speak about it, you got to do that because you have to contend with the darkness. That is a part of the journey, but you also can't forget the light. You can't forget the good stuff. And the good stuff for me is our capacity to grow. It's our capacity to live, to learn, to share, to be with one another, not to forget the miracle that we're participating in. And for me to, sure, it's a digital platform, but I'm getting to know gently people here who out of the blue support me. And it's like, what a thing that is, and what a thing life is. And with where the channel goes, I want to get back out into life. I want to sort of, if people are following me here, I want to meet those, you wonderful people along the way, play gigs again, celebrate. I don't want it to be like a digital wall. What have I learned? What have I learned through YouTube? Well, I've learned that you need to persevere like hell. I've learned that you have to be robust. We must not live for an algorithm. It's very easy to latch on to however one video is done or how a bunch of videos done and think, oh, you know what, is this not worth it? All that matters is, are you putting something positive into the world? Are you shaping your thought in a way that another can hear and that might move another person to the bottom of them? If that's the case, and that's entirely worthwhile, that is enough in and of itself. I look at YouTube and it's taught me. I thought that I already knew about perseverance, but I have learned how to be more robust, to develop a different type of fortitude through YouTube, but also to learn love of the process. It's helped me stay in the arts because it's a type of therapy to, when it's difficult in the arts, to share it. And at the moment, lots feels good. Music is a challenge, but I feel in a really good zone. I feel excited. All of this stuff, I feel there is a a different opportunity, and that is to communicate and to be with people and to share our experience of the world in a looser, more open, more unthought out way. And I would just encourage anyone who is on YouTube at this point, or just starting a channel, it's like, dare to be yourself. Have the courage to discover yourself along the way and to share that, come what may, because you are unique. Every single person, you have this extraordinary power in you, and you don't damn well know it. The only question is, are you going to dare to discover that? So this video is not about scripting out, it's not about overthinking, it's just saying, man, you're doing so much better than you think. Just keep going, keep leaning into it. And if you've been dragged down and you don't know what to do or where to go, then go again. This is your life, man. You got to just say, all right, yesterday was yesterday. Okay, I felt like I failed then. You didn't fail. You learned something. You're a new version of yourself every single day. Oh, there's blood pumping in your body. You get to go again. So lean into it. Give it another shot, man. Then give it another. Thank you all so much for being here with me on my journey. I know I've made no sense, but I've enjoyed just ranting and raving. If you're new, like and subscribe. I never say that. I just don't want to mark it. Can't do it. Where's the tram? Love you guys. See you later.